A very good morning and happy Independence Day to everyone present here. It brings me great pleasure to welcome everyone present here. First, we have a speech by Pratima of the third year.
மனதில் உறுதியும் வாக்கில் இனிமையும் நிமிர்ந்த நன்னடையும் நேர்கொண்ட பார்வையும் சீர்பெற்ற நாணமும் பார்ப்போற்றும் ஒழுக்கமும் கொண்ட கல்லூரி முதல்வர் அவர்களுக்கும் தாயென அன்பு செய்து தந்தை போல் பரிந்து சொந்த சேயன அணைப்பு பேசி செவ்விய அறிவு கூறி அகரம் தொட்டு நம்மை சிகரம் தொட வைக்கும் ஆசிரிய பெருமக்களுக்கும் மதிப்பிற்குரிய அலுவலக ஊழியர்களுக்கும் தோன்றின் புகையோடு தோன்றுக அஃதிலார் தோன்றலின் தோன்றாமை நன்று என்ற வள்ளுவரின் வாய்மொழிக்கு வரையறையாய் விளங்கும் மாணவ செல்வங்களுக்கும் என் இனிய காலை வணக்கம். அடக்குமுறைக்கு முற்றுப்புள்ளி வைத்த நாளாம் அகிம்சையின் வெற்றி திருநாளாம் இந்தியாவின் சுதந்திர நன்னாளாம். ஆம், நாம் இன்று 78வது சுதந்திர திருநாளை கொண்டாடுகின்றோம். தண்ணீர் விட்டா வளர்த்தோம் சுதந்திரத்தை, தண்ணீர் விட்டா வளர்த்தோம் சுதந்திரத்தை. இப்பயிரை கண்ணீரால் காத்தோம் கருக திருவுலமோ என்ற பாரதியாரின் வரிகளுக்கு ஏற்ப நமது சுதந்திரமானது எளிதாக கிடைக்கவில்லை, உதிரத்தாலும் உயிர் தாகத்தாலும் கிடைத்தது என்பதை உணர முடிகிறது. பிரிட்டிஷ் ஆதிக்கத்தில் அடிமைப்பட்டு இருந்த நாம் இன்று அச்சமின்றி வாழ்கின்றோம். எப்படி? அகிம்சை வழியில் காந்திஜியும் ஆயுதம் ஏந்தி நேதாஜியும் கப்பம் கட்ட மறுத்த கட்டபொம்மனும் வீரமங்கையர்களாக வேலு நாச்சியாரும் அஞ்சலையம்மாள் பிள்ளையாடி வள்ளியம்மை போன்ற களத்தில் அவர்கள் செய்த தியாகம் தான், அவர்களின் அர்ப்பணிப்பு தான். சுதந்திரம் என்பது நம் உரிமைகள் மட்டுமல்ல, அது நமது பொறுப்புகளையும் குறிக்கின்றது. இன்று நம் நாடு அறிவியல் வளர்ச்சி, தொழில்நுட்பம், மருத்துவம் போன்ற துறைகளில் வளர்ச்சி அடைகின்றது என்பது பெருமைக்குரியது. ஆனால் மாணவர்களாகிய நம் கடமை நிறைவடையவில்லை என்றுதான் சொல்ல வேண்டும். நிறைவாக சுதந்திரம் சுதந்திரம் என்று என் உரையை நிகழ்த்திய நான் மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகின்றேன். ஆனால் பெண்களுக்கு எதிரான குற்றங்கள் இன்னும் நம் நாட்டில் குறையவில்லை என்றுதான் எண்ணி பார்க்கும் போது துயரம் அடைகின்றது என் நெஞ்சம். இன்றைய புள்ளியல் விவரப்படி 16 நிமிடத்திற்கு ஒரு முறை 16 நிமிடத்திற்கு ஒரு முறை ஒரு பெண் கற்பழிக்கப்படுகிறாள் என்பதை அச்சத்தை உண்டாகின்றது. இன்றைய குடியரசு நன்னாளில் கரம் குவித்து சிரம் தாழ்த்தி கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறேன், என் நிலை மாற வேண்டும் என்று. பேச வாய்ப்பளித்தமைக்கு நன்றி பாராட்டி விடைபெறுகிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you, Pratima. Next, I would like to invite our Honorable Dean to deliver the address.
Thank you, Arya. Good morning to all of you. Wishing you a happy 78th Independence Day celebration today. As we mark and you can see that the new look of river, I will better start with from where I stand now. It's been a dream, like a couple of professors have always mentioned that that the old structure has to be removed and then we have to lay a good platform for flag hoisting, because it's a national integration day and it is important that we felt like last 1 month we have been working on to achieve this goal. I think we have done a reasonably good job. I would like to give every one of you a big round of applause to our Srinivasan sir, the librarian, was done a fabulous job, toiling hard for 3 to 4 weeks almost to get this into shape, and then ably supported by Dr. Varun, and you are seeing a new lawn being made in the front of the institute as well as the fountain. The credit goes to Dr. Varun. Again, a big round of applause needed for Dr. Varun for doing an excellent job, because last 2 months he's been toiling hard, standing here, almost leaving by 7 o'clock. It's a joint venture by both Dr. Srinivasan and Dr. Varun. So they will be executing the ideas very efficiently. And you know, like, this is not a basic infrastructure, but then the front of the institute has to be lifted, because that will reflect the face of the river. So in that aspect, very nominal charge we have really worked on, not to invest much, and then with a very economic budget we have got this done. So it's all there for all of you to see and cherish. And also our Honorable Health Secretary also made a special mention before sanctioning our grant in aid last time, that your institute front is not at all good, it needs little upliftment. So on that aspect also we have seen to that the face of the river, that is the front lawn as well as all these facilities are very essential given the stature the river is enjoying currently, and we have to really live up to the expectations of the people, because previously it was a fodder cultivation area, and that is not being done in many of the institute. When you enter an institute, that should give you a look. Because today in the social media, again, Dr. Madhivarni and her team have done a fabulous job to go this program again live, because we have almost made it a habit now that we are making these programs live now. And like we have been reaching to people, and then it is very essential that the look of the institute and the campus beautification is an essential part of increasing the projections of the institute. And in that aspect, the CDO, Dr. Srinivasan, is doing a fabulous job moving around, because like today in ground reality, if you are not working, things will never get materialized in a state like Puducherry. So he's been toiling hard everywhere. He's been present over in the institute, and then he has done a great job. Well, Independence Day, as the student has very clearly put, and what is the responsibility of citizens like us, and it is important that what she had concluded, we need to make sure that those things doesn't happen, at least in our live up to the expectations of. We give them a good education and a good platform to express themselves with complete freedom, and so that they also enjoy the equal freedom like that of a male. So it's an important that all the males who are sitting over here, to give them such type of freedom. So it's a need of our, as the data clearly projects an alarming information. So it is important that we need to justify that. So being a citizen of the country. And as always, like in the Independence Day, it is important to have a reflection on what we have achieved since the last Independence Day. So in that way, I stand before you with a lot of pride and proud feeling that we have done fabulous job in last 1 year, and we have grown from the first year, and then the second year the achievements are enormous. I'm not going to list it out because there are about 75 achievements are there in comparison to the first year 55 achievements. So then I will just pick very salient points to project before you, like where River is heading now. At the outset, I have to congratulate each and every one of you, because last Independence Day, when I was making an announcement that we are getting the Best Institute Award, and since then, and this is the Independence Day where we have already achieved that already, and then we have received it. And that along with the recognition comes the responsibility aspect. So it's important to understand that we are in the best institute, and we would have wished to repeat that feat, but then unfortunately there is a cooling period for next 3 years. We cannot apply for that award. Otherwise, we have everything in our kitty to go for the second also. But then they told like it is a cooling period. We have to give chances to other institute. Otherwise, we would have again made a sincere attempt for that also. In that aspect, it has added a lot of responsibility for each and every one of us, that we are working in one of the best institute in the state, and then that's been seen by many people. So it is vital that each and every one of us cherish that moment. It's not about a couple of people's delivering and then rest all are enjoying the fruit of that hard work. Predominantly that each and every one of us, including the students, must contribute towards that responsibility of that studying or working in a best institute makes a lot of effort. So like another milestone we have achieved yesterday is that we are starting the PhD program this year. So I think that is one of the great beginning for River again, because River stands for research, and we have been doing quite good last 1.5 decades or so in the research front in terms of PG program, but then the PhD is the one which will really lift the institute phase as far as the research is concerned. In that aspect, a great job done by a team headed by Professor Tanislas. I would like to give every one of you a big round of applause for what they have achieved in terms of, because this will give us a manpower for over 3 years, and for the students also, because the facilities of CTR and other research facilities in almost all the department have been increased. So in that aspect, that will really give an edge for us to compete globally as far as the research is concerned. So in that way, 5 disciplines starting the PhD program, and the advertisement has already been out by the Pondicherry University, and that is also opens up a very good door for our contract faculties who are not having PhD, because they cannot go everywhere because of the expansion of the family. So it's important that their needs are also being met. So in that aspect, they can also register here for the PhD. Of course, they have to clear the entrance for that. So I'm sure like they will be doing it. So that will be a good opening for all our internal assistant professors on contract who are all having not having a PhD, and they can really register well, and then they can take an advantage of that. The River is flowing smoothly. I must say, like yesterday we have another important news from the Department of Public Health, Epidemiology and Public Health. Professor Banu Reka has got a national project sanctioned by the Ministry of Education, Government of India. So these are the type of project that will lift the institute, because that's been I've been venturing for since I come from a very good research background. It's important that we reflect on those thoughts of getting some very good funding, because the government calls for going for a self-sustainable mode in that aspect. We are really working hard for getting these type of recognitions going. And also additionally, we are also starting a lot of diploma, certification and then skill development programs now. The website will give all the details. Some of your relatives maybe also it will be useful. So I would like that information to be disseminated to as many as possible, because we wanted to make an announcement that we cannot take for one or two candidates in any course. We need minimum 5. Because the professors will put a lot of effort getting into all those type of things, preparing the notes and then taking classes for about 6 months, conducting examinations and all other things. So it is not advisable to waste our energy on 1 or 2 students. It is important that we need to have minimum 5 in any such category for such program to be going ahead, because we are having very limited manpower. So if at all that is going to be a revenue generation measure, it is very important that the sufficient required number need to be met as far as these diploma and certification course and other things are concerned. The most important thing I would like to impress upon here for the institute, each and everyone standing here, is the infrastructure development. The institute has seen enormous growth last 1 year in terms of creating basic infrastructure, which is very important, because now we are starting PhD program and we need to have a very good infrastructure in place. In that way, extremely thankful to the Puducherry government headed by our People's Chief Minister, Honorable Chief Minister, for sanctioning 2 crore for cherishing opening a new Center for Translation Research as well as Central Instrumentation Facility, so that all the students, including the UG student, the short-term research project what we have introduced shortly, and they all been using those facilities very efficiently. So that is one of the important, and then also we need to have a second clinics in place. So in that aspect, like new clinics have been established in Zone A, wherein we are planning to have a 24/7 service rendered to the public Puducherry. So in that way, a new TVCC has been erupted and it is in place for use. And very shortly, our Honorable Chief Minister is going to come and inaugurate the facilities by this month end. So that is another important facility. And also, we are constructing a new examination hall, and we have constructed a branded new classroom for holding capacity of 120. And also, we have started an ARIS cell with 17 computers there, and that need to be has been put into use. And I urge all the students, when the library class is there, don't go roam here and there in the canteen and everything. Go and use those internet facility, and then, because that is the type of effort that the students need to utilize the ARIS cell, and also the PME cell newly, because that is giving a new look for River in terms of transparency, processing all the requests from without any biasness. On the same day, the orders are being given for the people who are applying for going for anywhere. So that's the processing getting very streamlined. So excellent job by Professor Tanis, Dr. Ganesan sir and Dr. Tanisla sir. They are heading the PME cell. So they are doing a fabulous job again, because this is very important, accountability and digitalization of all our data. So that is very vital for any funding body or any governing body. They will be needing all these things. And if you can see the academics section now with the PG, UG as well as the examinations, the examination wing, all are put into an excellent facility. And also in the first floor, we are having a good boardroom for conducting any international conferences. We need a third venue. So we are creating upstairs in the first floor another boardroom, which will serve as the third venue. So these are all the important facilities the institute has created in last 1 year, and it's a tremendous achievement as far as we is concerned, because we need to have, I am sure like in next 30 years, nobody can shake up River in terms of infrastructure. And you can see this is only a very minimal I have projected. Each and every department has been added facility in terms of research facility, and also in terms of laboratory space, beautification and everything, partitioning for better use of facility. Everything has been made, almost cutting across all the thing. And also in the playground, we have added lot of facilities. These are the basic infrastructure, and I must put on record, these things may not have been possible without the valid attempt and effort by our honorable executive engineer sitting over here, because it is he who has been instrumental in getting all this works done. I would like to give all of you to give him a big round of applause, because they have been working, toiling hard, entire engineering cell for getting all these facilities done in record time. So this is almost we are coming to an end in terms of infrastructure creating, and also in the entrance, if you see, we wanted to beautify a little bit more as per the health secretary's request. So we have also beautified the entrance of river. This all the infrastructure that is very vital. It's been pending long back, and I also want to make an announcement like next major two things the river is committed to take forward. That is painting all the buildings. That will be taken with immediate effect in next couple of weeks, and also the road re-railing, because we have been working on multiple angle how to rope in funding for that. So because quite a bit of accidents are happening, and then the students' vehicles are getting damaged quite regularly, and we are completely aware of that, and we have prioritized what all the facilities that are required. So we are working on that line also. Well, as far as coming to the performance of all the peoples are concerned, I must say the research is at top quality, because we have improved the research quality, and you can see the students' performance as far as the research is concerned. And also the PG program, that is very vital. Last year we got the full list of candidates admitted after a long time, because the infrastructure wise we have increased, as well as this fellowship wise also we have increased from 3,000 to 8,000. And I am proud to say before all of you, this is the only institute in the country which is paying the stipend for PG program every 5th of every month. And that itself is a very big achievement given the financial status the institute is having. Why I wanted to impress upon this is that, the financial crunch the institute is seeing, but still river is keeping on top priority the students welfare, because that is where the college survives. Without students there is no college. So it's important that we cater the need of the student. That is the reason all the classrooms have been made AC. Even I am struggling hard to get the AC for our head of the department. Forget about the other professors and the non-teaching staff, but then you are all having a AC classroom facility with all smart board facilities. We have given as much as possible the facilities for you to express yourself and then perform at the highest level. So in that aspect also, the PG program is really doing well. And also happy to share that a couple of students are now going for international mentors also. Dr. Balamurugan from nutrition department has been roping in with Dr. Umberto Bernabucci from University of Tascia, where we have an MOU. And Dr. Binuni is already having Dr. Frank Dencher in our advisory board from University of Melbourne. And we are also getting Dr. Abhinav from USA for one of the students of microbiology. And also we are in pipeline for a couple of students who are knocking our door. We are not biased here. We wanted the students to come forward to make use of those type of opportunities. We have signed MOU in 13 foreign universities, and that need to be capitalized. We cannot let it go waste, because these are all very unique achievements. It may look very simple for people, but then it is all happened with a lot of flavor of infusing high quality research and then the publication standard. In that aspect, I also should say the project number has been 12, because yesterday we made an attempt to calculate new project sanction, although not very high external funding, but then we have about 12 projects with the contract faculty who have done a fabulous job last year. They have done a very good job of obtaining some external funding, so that the department takes care of their own consumables through those projects. And also the number of training programs organized is breathtaking, because last year we have organized to open 23 training program in total, because that is by far should be a record in reverse history that such type of training programs is being getting organized. And the predominant training has happened in the CTR to cater the need of both the students as well as our faculty, as well as the outside personalities who are coming and using those facilities. Very, very good effect. And also to encourage people, we have also infusing lot of new awards, especially last Foundation Day. If you see, that was really a very good happy moment for many of the people. Almost those who are working, toiling hard are getting recognized. In terms of faculty, we have got the best teacher award that is selected in each year, selected by the students themselves. And also we have got best paper award for the faculty, and best research paper award, and best review paper award, and also best institutional building activity also being provided for 10 best personalities who are involving in, because apart from the regular curriculum, they are also working on the extra institutional building activities. That also is getting recognized. And from this year also, to encourage, we are also introducing the best non-teaching staff award in different category for the Foundation Day. That should be an encouragement for the non-teaching staff, and soon a committee will be formed further to frame the guidelines to select the appropriate person for that. And also we have also been introducing the best department award this year, because I wanted that type of competitive spirit should be going, and you can know the performance of the students now because of this competitive spirit. It's been really of the top quality things are emerging. Then the publication, that is very, very important, because I venture upon the publication because any funding body today wants 10 best publication to be listed in NAS rated journals. It's very vital that we need to infuse a competitive spirit. In that way, most of the departments have really taken initiative on that line, and a couple of departments have to follow suit very soon, because river is changing, and that river research, R stands for research, is really on the high note now. The true reflection of the research is the publication. In that record, I wanted to appreciate sincerely two departments. One is the Department of Veterinary Microbiology, who are published in One Health with a NAS rating of 11 and international impact factor of 5. That requires definitely a big round of applause to the Department of Microbiology, because that all you cannot imagine. And also they have followed suit with another paper in Archives of Virology with a 2.7 international impact with a NAS rating of about 8.7. And I also wanted to place on record my sincere appreciation to Department of Livestock Production and Management, because one of the students recently published two important articles, one in the International Journal of Biometeorology with the impact factor of 3.4 international and NAS rating of 9.4, and also Journal of Animal Physiology, Animal Nutrition by the same student, Dr. Hemant, that is having a NAS rating of about 2.4 with a NAS rating of 8.4 and international impact factor of 2.4. These and all have not been a possibility at all at River for decades. Now we are knocking that door because of the infusion of all these facilities, and then the MOU signed with national universities so that they can go and collaborate. I am sure gynecology department is now really pressing hard on getting the publication, sending students everywhere, and then the nutrition department have done very nicely of late. They are also pressing hard their PG students to get good sound publication. I know they are all in the pipeline. Very shortly that will be emerging. And I also wanted the Center of Translational Research, especially the assistant professors posted there, have to deliver. I am sure like they are involved in various institutional building activity, but to me as an assistant professors with a lot of research flavor, they have been introduced into the CTR. The CTR in charge must ensure that they are bringing out quality research publication, because till now not a single publication have emerged with the 2 crore facility extended to them. It's very vital that such type of motivation have to go for these assistant professors, because they cannot run off the hook by running around for the institutional building activities and then losing the primary interest of research. Why the purpose of posting them there? This is a message I wanted to send to the assistant professors posted in the CTR. And also the conferences that the River has hosted. After a long time, 2 important conferences have been hosted this year. One is the ISSGPU conference, Indian Society for Study of Sheep Production and Utilization. So recently a couple of international speakers have come and been widely appreciated, especially in terms of the timing with which the conference has been organized, which is very, very unique in India, because I have been here for last 18 years of rigorous conference attending and research field, and no conference ends in time. No conference starts in time. So that we have ensured that River sets a ball rolling as far as the punctuality is concerned, which is very vital. If you wanted to go on to become the best institute in the country, it's important that we need to include that type of punctuality. That is the reason the biometric system has been put in place, and you all know how much of punctuality that has brought in each and every one of us. So in that way, the conference, and the second is the Indian Society for Veterinary Cardiology, have also 2 days conference also we have hosted, which also been very widely appreciated for the organization that has been put by Dr. Rajkumar. So these are the effort that is taken, and this year there are 2 conferences in the pipeline. One is SAPI conference, Society for Study of Animal Physiologists in India. So that is the society which is going to organize in an international conference with Professor Nayanan Jacob as the organizing secretary. And another conference by the Dr. Murugavel sir, we have proposed and we are yet to get an approval. We've also wanted to host ISAR conferences, Indian Study for Reproduction, Animal Reproduction. So that society also is maybe posting this year. So that is the plan for this year as far as the conference is concerned. So these are the type of effort the institute has taken, and it is very vital that each and every one of us must cherish all these achievements. rather than see. Once upon a time, there used to be an atmosphere where each and every one of us complain about the system. Like, but today you can see like barring very minimal means infrastructure to be added to the kitty. We have almost done everything. So then we should feel happy about what we are having in the kitty, and then instead of comparing with each other, okay, instead of comparing with each other, this is the message I wanted to give to each and everyone standing here. Instead of comparing with each other, let us see that in our own little way, what is our contribution to the growth of the institute. The time has come there, because in any committee I put initially and then also now, until now, I have always given the liberty to the organizing secretaries, because they know their thing and they will take it. Doesn't mean that we have omitted few and we have included few. It's not at all the case. So please don't read between the lines. And also one important message also I wanted to give: any office order that is being sent, the head of the department must ensure that this is not at all an encouraging sign, like I may be your students, but then it is important that you respect my chair. Because when an office order is being issued, say I can issue a standing relieving order very easily. But that is not the couple of head of the department. I wanted to send this message very clearly. This is not at all encouraging. We have already made that no one should put a scene here saying without this particular unskilled employee we cannot run the show. It will be a shame on us if we keep climbing like that up. Don't pinpoint some particular person and then keep asking us. It is the prerogative of the dean to rotate the unskilled employees to each and every department where the requirements are most important. So in that aspect, you cannot stand stubborn. In some way you are agreeing, in some way you are not agreeing. That will not, this type of musical chair activities have to be stopped immediately. Because you cannot take me for granted. That is the message I wanted to give. Because when an office order is being issued, that need to be obeyed with the top priority. Otherwise, stringent action will be taken in sports. So that is also a strong message I wanted to give, because these all derails your energy. You sit in the chair with the type of pressure that we handle every day, and that is important that we are working on with a plan, because at the end of the day, the river progress and then the river growth has been kept the top priority there, rather than not as you people are thinking. It is important that these type of indifferences need to be buried. If you really wanted to cherish that we are in a best institute and then we wanted to take the institute forward, these small indifferences has to be definitely buried, because we are very cooperative. The administration is very cooperative for each and every one of you. See the facilities that has been created in each and every department. It's important to understand that these are the things that should come from within, because once upon a time the project is being sanctioned and then the project is being withdrawn. No, you should not do the project. That is the scenario that has prevailed here, and we have come back and given you freedom to express yourself. Whatever today any head of the department walks into my room and asks for, to the maximum possible extent, I have delivered to them. So this is what you should feel happy about. Whatever I am asking, I am getting. Let us put the system in place in the department and then take the department forward. You cannot compare like how the other department. That is not at all a comparison I wanted to hear. So it's important when you should give me an energy to run forward. You know how much of hard work is being put to get all these things into reality, to looking into everything. You see the backyard dumping of VPH department and then the LPG department, and you can see how the things have been changing. And then also you can see the parking facilities that we are creating, because we are working step by step. And these are the small things I want my faculty to be rallying behind me. And then the head of the department to support each and every initiative. That is very vital to take the institute forward. And then the last but not the least, I also wanted to take a note of, this is not the type of population student river has, and then this is not at all a correct procedure to be followed. We have been repeatedly telling that in spite of giving you a very good platform, facilities being created, still the number is very less. Around 500 odd students are there, and hardly 150 students are standing here, not even 150 maybe. And this is not an encouraging sign, because there are so many things we are doing for the student fraternity here, and then that need to be taken very seriously. And as far as the non-teaching staff is concerned, we are trying our best to work on, and then you should know that there are a lot of constraints in the system. So as much as possible, around 8 promotions have been achieved since I promised last year, and you can see the type of files that is pending in the secretariat. See, sometimes the atmosphere is very congenial, at other time it is the atmosphere is not congenial. So it's important that you people will not understand that. We cannot make a mess of your promotion cases. We are making an honest attempt, and like almost daily the DR Academic is traveling to the secretariat, not for any other thing. It is only for you people's file and then the NPA file of the faculty. And then when the things are not moving in the right direction, for personalities, we need to really keep patience. So when the patience is there, leave the onus to me. I am the type of leader, I don't like the reminders to be given to me. And honestly, you can see like there are several files pending still as far as the non-teaching promotions are concerned. We are working on that. We are waiting for a congenial atmosphere so that it is getting through. Even couple of DPCs are being kept even in this month last. So, but then you cannot put me under pressure, because you can see that you can find me everywhere in the institute. I have come here to deliver to the institute very honestly. It's very vital, like you all should be the supporting pillars of strength for me. So please don't keep provoking among yourselves and then keep building such type of an atmosphere where you are not happy, or such type of things should never be projected. See, I have made it clearly in all your CRs. Your CRs are ready. In next 1 week, it will be circulated to you as I did it in the first year also. I made it very clear. How is your contribution, everything. And I also wanted to make a point like the non-teaching staff needs a complete rotation, because they have adapted to a particular department, and in terms of output nobody talks about the non-teaching staff, because predominantly the institutional building activities are handled by my professors, because they are learned experts with a PhD, and they are having multiple task oriented people are sitting, and then they are doing each and everything, and then the non-teaching staff are not contributing in terms of proportionately. Please contribute, especially the lab technicians, very, very vital. Next to the professors, you are all, because now we are starting the PhD program. Your workload is going to be double now. It's very important. If it is not working, I will go for a rotation even for the this non-teaching staff, especially, because the monopoly will kill. Because you are in a particular department, it is not that I don't believe. For a laboratory technician to learn any technique of another department, it takes only 1 week. You can definitely, the teachers are well versed here to teach you, and also because that is what only will give a very healthy atmosphere. Because what we do now in a particular department, these are the people, the head of the department takes care of them, that's it. They don't bother for the institute. It is important that the senior pro non-teaching staff have to come forward to the growth of the institute. It's not only the professor's role. So it is not only that we are working on giving your salary in time, your other arrears or anything is in time, and also you can see the 7th pay arrear and a single slot we got it 8.6 crore, and we have distributed it in a single shot. So these are all the effort which should lift you, your performance also. I know like many of you are doing very well. There are a couple of people who are not doing. Very shortly I will be really after for an evaluation for the non-teaching staff also. It's important that now with the PhD we are starting, the professors can't stay up to 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock and then keep delivering, and you have to make an inroad into especially the laboratory technicians who are very vital for the PhD program. You need to really stay odd hours and then deliver to the growth of the institute. This is very important as far as the things are concerned. And also extensive program, 4 of our students went to University of Connecticut this year. They have done a fabulous job. They have in 1 month great exposure they got. I wish that the program keeps continuing, because these are very excellent opportunities which we will never get. Anywhere I go and then share that our UG students are going for an extensive program, they all appreciate it, because these are all a lot of effort goes behind that. Unfortunately, 17 of our students could not make it to the University of Brescia and University of Perugia to Italy because of the visa rejection. So I hope that next year that is not the case. It's important that we continue that good, because that is giving a river a new look, and then also the opportunity for a couple of students who can really capitalize on those type of thing. And also the another important thing, I missed it as the uniform display boards. You can go and it's beautifully made, and in each department the salient achievements, the number of projects they are handling, and then the current PG students who are enrolled, and then the type of publication that is emerging from the department, and all the type of recognitions and the awards that are coming out. These are all the added advantage of getting very important thing very uniquely in all the department. In that way, the team who have constituted under the leadership of Dr. Mukhopadhyay have done a great job of putting those type of display board, because any visitor comes, these are the type of thing it is important. Well, I would like to conclude my talk by keeping what is the target for next couple of years. And before that, we also started shortly going to inaugurate our Karaikal Center for Center for Training as well as Research at Karaikal, Regional Center of River, and wherein we got about around 1.2 crore. We have purchased already the AC bus, which is called the Mazda, which is multi-utility vehicle, and also a car has been procured, and then a couple of instruments are in pipeline to be procured, and 12 manpowers are going to be recruited very shortly for that, so that the center will flourish very highly. Getting an extra funding will be extremely difficult with the type of financial constraint Puducherry government is facing. Last year we got 2 crore for the Center for Translation Research establishment, and this year we have got 1.2 crore additional to what we generally get in a granting aid for establishing the Karaikal Regional Center, which is very vital, I believe, because we have to cater the need of Karaikal region, where the population of the livestock is getting substantially increased as per the 20th livestock census. So these are the important achievements. And then the new targets, we have proposed to the government a new goat breeding, indigenous cattle and goat breeding unit worth 2 crore. And then advanced diagnostic facility for our new PVCC worth 2 crore. And also the engineering cell have toiled hard to get the DPR done. And then we are waiting for the secretary's approval for preparing the final DPR. Even the PPA approval, everything has been got for getting a negotiated NABARD loan of worth 44 crore for 1000 capacity auditorium, and then 5 classrooms of 120 capacity, and 200 capacity boys and girls hostel respectively. This is the proposal with which, and again appreciation to our engineering cell, especially our executive engineer Segar sir, for being instrumental in getting that done. If the secretary approves, because it's an enormous amount to be invested to get once we are getting the DPR, I'm sure like in any funding body we should get, and all those things into a reality is not very distant far, and I will be making my sincere effort to materialize that. That is top priority. And also we wanted also to establish on the request of Murugavel sir, because since he has been roped in as the head of department of Karaikal Center, he has been requesting to establish an in vitro fertilization center. I promise him that I will make very sincere effort in getting that, because he has a couple of years of service left, and he wanted to make an impact especially on that aspect. So I will work on, I have asked him to prepare a project and then hand over me, and I will see that by next year August we have to see that in reality in place, so that he can work very peacefully there with all the 12 manpower that will be recruited very shortly. And lastly, this year, because first year was my infrastructure creation for the students, and second year for the research facilities and other infrastructure creating for the institute, and third year is the performance enhancement of each and important stakeholders in this institute is the need of hour. Because this year is going to be really competitive mode spirit inculcation of all the stakeholders standing over here. It is important that we need to deliver and perform now. We are doing it to our best of ability, and we need to keep a system in place so that each and every one of us contribute towards the growth of the institute. On that line, all the faculties and the non-teaching staff as well as the students have to be gearing up this year for improving our own standard of performance, so that we put, as I promised in my inaugural speech after taking over as the dean of the college, that we put river in a global map. That is my ambition, and I am moving towards that, and then the results are there for everybody to see. And although an extended speech, I wanted to lift the spirit of the institute, because it's important that we are growing and we are flowing very smoothly. River is flowing smoothly, and you are all an integral part of that river which is flowing smoothly. Capitalize on this atmosphere and express yourself, and then perform your duties to the perfection with the highest spirit, so that the institute is the beneficiary at the end of the day. With these few words, I once again wish you all again the 75th Independence Day, and let us take a pledge that we bury our indifferences among each and every one of you, and we work as a team, as a one team for the river glory, and then we will get back all the things in place in the years to come, and we all move and march towards achieving that goal of putting a river in the global map. Thank you so much.